Episode number 243. It is beautiful, is it not? Said D'Artagnan. Yes, said Athos. Magnificent. I did not think two sapphires of such a fine water existed. Have you traded it for your diamond? No. It is a gift from my beautiful Englishwoman, or as a Frenchwoman, for I am convinced she was born in France, though I have not questioned her. That ring comes from milady? Cried Athos, with a voice, in which it was easy to detect strong emotion. Her very self. She gave it me last night. Here it is, replied D'Artagnan, taking it from his finger. Athos examined it, and became very pale. He tried it on his left hand. It fit his finger as if made for it. A shade of anger and vengeance passed across the usually calm brow of this gentleman. It is impossible it can be she, said he. How could this ring come into the hands of Milady Clarick? And yet it is difficult to suppose such a resemblance should exist between two jewels. Do you know this ring? Said D'Artagnan. I thought I did, replied Athos, but no doubt I was mistaken. And he returned D'Artagnan the ring without, however, ceasing to look at it. Pray, D'Artagnan, said Athos, after a minute, I'll take off that ring, open the mounting inside. It recalls such cruel recollections that I shall have no head to converse with you. Don't ask me for counsel. Don't tell me you are perplexed what to do. But stop. Let me look at that sapphire again. The one I mentioned to you had one of its faces scratched by accident. D'Artagnan took off the ring, giving it again to Athos. Athos started. Look, said he, is it not strange? And he pointed out to D'Artagnan the scratch he had remembered. But from whom did this ring come to you, Athos? From my mother, who inherited it from her mother. As I told you, it is an old family jewel. And you sold it? Asked D'Artagnan, hesitatingly. No, replied Athos, with a singular smile. I gave it away in a night of love, as it has been given to you. D'Artagnan became pensive in his turn. It appeared as if there were abysses in Milady's soul, whose depths were dark and unknown. He took back the ring, but put it in his pocket, and not on his finger. D'Artagnan, said Athos, taking his hand, you know I love you. If I had a son I could not love him better. Take my advice, renounce this woman. I do not know her, but a sort of intuition tells me she's a lost creature, and that there is something fatal about her. You are right, said D'Artagnan. I will have done with her. I own that this woman terrifies me. Shall you have the courage? Said Athos. I shall, replied D'Artagnan, and instantly. In truth, my young friend, you will act rightly, said the gentleman, pressing the Gascon's hand with an affection almost paternal. And God grant that this woman, who has scarcely entered into your life, may not leave a terrible trace in it. And Athos bowed to D'Artagnan like a man who wishes it understood that he would not be sorry to be left alone with his thoughts.